Y'all, this is part 2. The first video cut off because I was using a device. I checked it to make sure that I had enough, like gigabytes, megabytes, or whatever in the storage. And so, y'all, it cut off on me. So this is going to be part 2 of New Year's resolution, y'all. What you're looking at is a video of Sherman drumming. And it just happened to show up here on my YouTube, and it says Sherman drumming music, powerful mantras for root chakras. So, in addition to me burning the frankincense and the sage, which I illustrated on the first part of the video, I'm going to try to see if I can find like an editing device that will allow me to put both videos together, so that I don't have like part 2 on a separate YouTube video. I used to have an editing device like that. So y'all, yeah, that's Sherman to clean out your chakra roots or something. So let me get back to the New Year's resolution, and I want to wrap it up, okay? It's because I was way past my time on the other device. And by the way, it's around 5:33 p.m. It is December the 12th, 2023. I am in Jacksonville, Arkansas. So in addition to my New Year's resolution for the upcoming year of 2024, I have here 1, 2, 3, and then I'm just going to read here, y'all. I have get organized. So number 3, because I covered on the last video the other things about stop playing PCH games and cleansing my chakra by taking salt bath. And I'm just recapping, burning the sage, breaking spiritual soul ties, to spiritual spouses, whether they be demons or people from your past. You want to get them out of your cosmic energy, cleanse your chakra, guys. Get organized and throw away clutter and scan important documents and discard excess papers, shred them. Also, I have here update my business profile, Hooks Taxi Services and TCHR, and get my company up and running. Y'all, I used to own several vehicles. I started my company, my business out by using my family van for a taxi services that serviced Hooks Taxi Services in New Boston, Texas. I used to have an ad that run there. And I also created TCHR Global, which I won't get into that at this moment. Also, in addition to updating my business profile, for those who don't know, that I don't really have to discuss my background too much, but I am a university graduate. I do humble myself when I speak to people in authority or people in general, but I'm an honorable woman living beneath my means, and it's time for me as a star seed, as a chosen one, to begin walking in my light, okay? So, y'all, and one of the things that I will be doing is giving back to the community and stuff. I'm a light worker, not a dark worker. So a lot of times as light workers, we get on an attack by hateful people or hateful demonic people because our light inside of us irritates their demons and stuff. You know what I mean? They pretend not to see the star seeds and all, but they know who we are. So here goes, y'all. Cut ties to negative people who no longer serve my best interest. Also, I'll be ordering DNA test kits from 23andMe and from AfricanAncestors.com. Y'all, I found out that I have the DNA test results of one of my children. And I discovered that they not only have, what they do is they test the paternal and maternal bloodline, right? And one of my children, DNA tests show that they are related to Pharaoh Ramses III, that they have royal Egyptian bloodline. That explains why when I lived in Hooks, Texas, why we saw an Egyptian sky god And what I mean by this is that the God is in the sky, and its face is huge. It's like on the moon. It's got eyes and everything. And it rose up out of the west and was facing east. And it took me to Egypt. And like in 2009, 2010 and stuff, I was living in Egypt with my boys. My daughter Maria wasn't with us. So I have been looking for her for years. I've asked security to do a welfare check on her because her records is botched up and something isn't adding up. Somebody typed a botched report to cover their tail, but nothing in the report states the whereabouts of my daughter. That's a legal matter, so I'm going to leave that alone for, I believe I've discussed that on a different video, okay? But anyways, let me continue. Is that it's important, people, that you get a DNA test. And I'm going to be putting some links down below this video. And you need to get the DNA test. You know how that people do the DNA test on paternity court to find out if a man is father or child? They have DNA tests to determine if you what your ethnicity is. You know how like they just in America they just say you're black and just put you as African American, or if you're white, you're white American, right? Or if you're Hispanic, you're Hispanic, or Asian, you're Asian. Y'all, it's very important that you get a DNA test and know exactly where your black roots come from. So with my child, that in addition to Egyptian blood, they had other African country blood in them. They even had European and a small amount of Asian blood, like literally in their DNA. So just because people are black, you still need to do your DNA test regardless of your race and everything. And the purpose of doing the DNA test is to is so that you can, like for those, so if you notice, like on Search for Ihiri YouTube channel, he has been taking a lot of Americans overseas who have had most of them have had their DNA tests done. I'm not sure, but they have been getting nationalized in their country, that they're finding out that they got like Sierra Leone in them, they got Nigerian or Senegal or Tanzanian, Gambian, whatever your DNA is. And some of us have multiple countries inside of us, Cameroonian and stuff like that, Ivory Coast, Kenyan, Ethiopian, whatever your DNA is, East African, South African, West African, Central African, Congolese, and things of that nature. Y'all, you don't have to marry a foreigner to get into Africa. Get your DNA test kit. They'll send it to you. You can order it online. They'll mail it to you. Let me show you. So I'm going to type in, let's see, 23. So just by me entering 23 and me right here on the computer. So 23andMe is one of the many DNA companies that you can order the kit from. This is actually the company that was done from one of my children. So you just go to 23andMe website. It's the number 23andme.com. All right. And so the kits varies. As you can see, here's the price range. Depending on what you want, the price can be very expensive. Let me go to African ancestry, okay? So here it goes. I'm going to type in African. So I typed in African Ancestry DNA Kit. And I'm going to press enter on the computer. And what we have here is the results. Now theirs usually it's pretty expensive, but I'm going to show you what all of these test kits are expensive, but theirs is more expensive than 23andMe and Ancestry.com and all the rest of them. So okay, so as you can see, this is a DNA test kit, and it starts out at $200 and Let me close this out. You're going to find out what is your tribe and all of this, what countries your African ancestors come from, or even your Europeans. But this, you know, if you do the 23andMe, because a lot of people are multicultural, believe it or not. You can belong to several African countries and still be black, and belong to white countries, European countries, and to be native for the land. So right here, this is $299. It was a little cheaper than this. This DNA test kit, y'all can read it for yourself. And it explains how it works. Is that we each carry in our DNA series of indicators that provide information about our ancestry. And this information is passed from generation and can tell a profound story about where we come from and highlight our connections to modern day Africa. Now, y'all, they supposed to give you, like, when you get the DNA test kits on one of these, you get like a certificate. Okay, guys, there was like a African ancestry. It could be this one. They're supposed to give you like a certificate of your, whenever you get the results, which shows your African, that you have African ancestors. So I just want to make sure that was the right website. Okay. So then living DNA African ancestry. Let me check that. Oh, they have, this one is more reasonable. And that's Living DNA African Ancestry DNA kit. So y'all got to kind of play around with them. Make sure that you do your research and that they are reputable companies. Some of them will give you a certificate. Okay, so anyways, y'all, let me get back to the New Year's resolution and get ready to wrap this up. Now, they got one down here at Walmart, home DNA ancestry test kit as low as $9.63. Can y'all believe that? Wow. So there's 23andMe at $129. I did see some for 70 something. And that sometimes y'all for Father's Day and Mother's Day, they show commercials and ads where you can get these kits, you know, on sale and give to a person for, you know, whether it's for an anniversary or a holiday. But let me check this out from Walmart. I didn't know Walmart had these. Okay, let's see what we got here. Come on, show me information. No. Yeah, I'm trying to open this up. They're just showing pictures of it, but hold on. Let's see if I can get this to open up. So y'all, I just discovered something while I'm making this video. You know, like I say, you want to do research. You don't want to break the bank if you don't have to, if you can get the same results. This is Home DNA Ancestry. Is this a book or actual kit? It says Home DNA Ancestry Test Collection Kit, only starters, advanced mail, in at home DNA testing, lab fee not included. Oh, okay, y'all. The lab fee isn't included. So they don't do the lab work, I guess. So that the other ones that you order, they do the lab and everything. So I'm not gonna look into this, but y'all want to get back to it, tell y'all that I found out the reason why we were, you know, like things were manifesting. So it doesn't matter how our government colonized us. If anybody got any ounce of DNA of Egyptian blood in them, Arab or anything from other countries, the entities that governs its people will reveal itself to you, okay? And so Y'all, there was the sky god in the sky. There was a man from the unseen world. His silhouette was on the wall when I got ready to sleep. And he has muscles and he has a head kind of like a beast, but you can't see his face because he's a shadow, you know, he's from the unseen world. And there's a pyramid also from the unseen world. I won't discuss what's inside of the mystical things, but I have been to Giza pyramids. I've seen the Egyptian Sphinx, all of that stuff. And I did live in Egypt for well over a year, you guys. And so it's very important that you get your DNA test done. In addition to my son being Egyptian, again, he has other countries' DNA inside of him. I'm going to be getting my DNA personalized test, okay? Now, also, in addition to, let me continue, I'm going on my to-do list here for the New Year's 2024. Guys, y'all, just want to, before I continue doing the to-do list for the New Year's resolution, I wanted to point out that I have 2 Facebook profiles. One is Find Maria Jackson. It sounds like I just heard a voice say don't. And this is my profile. And then I have, just one second, I have my Yolanda Smith profile. If you see anyone that has a duplicate copy of my Facebook profile, if you see another Yolanda Smith out there, and they be sending you a friend request and it's not me, please report that profile and block them, and don't send them any money or anything, okay? So another thing, in addition to protecting my, like doing security and protecting my identity and data, is to make sure that no one is using my Facebook accounts, or like doing a duplicate, pretending they're me, befriending you, asking you guys for money. Don't send no money. I will not ask you for a dime. Number one, that would be an imposter. If I needed something, I don't ask nobody for nothing, especially nowadays. And if I needed something, I will come and ask you, and I will call you and talk to you directly, okay? So just know that there are people committing all kinds of fraud, and they're stealing people's pictures and creating fake profiles. Also, the same thing goes for my YouTube account. You guys, if anybody is using my YouTube information to gain and earn money, they will be prosecuted. Right now, I'm logged into my YouTube channel. This is Maria Jackson's mom in Arkansas. I may edit and change the name, but you guys, this is my channel. That's my picture right there. And this is some of the things that I have uploaded here. If you see anybody using any of my videos, any of my Facebook or YouTube and stuff that is not mine, and they're, trying to make money off of me, please bring it to my attention before you even report them. Send a link to me and say, hey, look, I came across this. I'm not sure if it's you, and I'll be happy to check it out, okay? So, because if I catch them doing anything, that it will be reported, and, anything that they have gotten in my name or any of my loved ones' name unlawfully will be compensated by the feds, by the authorities. So, you guys, I want to point something out here. My background picture and this Facebook profile, that was, as you can see in here, it's like some rainbow colors up in there. One of the things that we are all cosmic beings, that I was walking at the time that this picture was took. I lived in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm back in the state of Arkansas now, my home state. But guys, whenever I would walk, and I was on Tunnel Road in Asheville, North Carolina when this picture was took in Asheville, North Carolina, and I noticed several light sources, like extra sunlights in the sky. So I took random pictures. It was so bright up there. And when I developed the picture, as you can see, this is like a falcon, a bird, like an eagle, an Egyptian falcon or a bird right there. And then, because I was like, what does this thing look like? A sun with rainbow colors. And then another time I was like actually at downtown bus station is called ART. I believe it was called ART, A-R-T, Transit Station. And, in Asheville, North Carolina, it was extra sunlights, and I took photos. And when I developed it, it was like an all-seeing Egyptian eye. It almost looked like my daughter Maria Jackson's eye, but it was the all-Egyptian, all-seeing eye that developed on the camera. But when I took the picture, it would just look like an extra sun or a rainbow planet. And then it happened again. I was walking down the road near where I lived at in Asheville, North Carolina, and Lord behold, I was blasted by all of this cosmic energy and extra light source. So when I try to look up in the sky, it literally blinded me, and I'm like, okay, all of y'all can't be the sun. So I began taking random photos, and I posted it to what used to be called Google Plus. We know that Google Plus used to be on our phone app, just like YouTube, and it's a Google product, and so they no longer have Google Plus. But I posted the results and the date and time on that Google Plus, and what it showed was a man in the sky with a sword. It's like a magic man with a sword, from the unseen world. You guys, please get a DNA test, find out who your ancestors are, and please remember that unless you're in the family way with a foreigner, we want to appreciate all cultures. You do not have to marry a person from a foreign country to get citizenship there. All you need to do is what I illustrated here, is to take your DNA test. Get your DNA test done and find out who you are. And if you would like to, to get in touch with your roots, whether you're from Africa, European, Asia, whatever, you can actually there are support groups like Search for EHERE, his YouTube channel, and there are other groups of individual that help you to get from point A to point B. You can do it individually or with a group. You can go and get nationalized by the president. I've seen a video from Search for EHERE where I watched several people get nationalized from, in African countries. They had their DNA test done. They got to eat jollof rice and put on African clothing and all that good stuff. So, and that was like over in Sierra Leone or somewhere. And I know that Summer's in Africa. She and her husband have, she's a Muslim American, and she and her husband are living in Gambia. And so there's so many people that are positively, discovering their roots and things. And so, y'all, back to the list here. So order the DNA test kit from 23andMe or AfricanAncestors.com. Get that certificate showing the African countries. If you will get a certificate if you do it at African Ancestors, I believe. But you can get nationalized. You can get a dual citizenship. And so I got to update my passport, you guys. That's another one. As you can see, that's number 8 on the list right here. Never mind my hand scratch right there. So update passport right there. Okay. So I got to get my passport updated. And then also I want to discuss foreign currencies conversion with you guys. Okay, some of you all have already been overseas. You may have ties to the military, or maybe you are already married to a foreigner and you know how it operates, that when you go to a foreign country, that if you have U.S. currencies or euros, that, the United States dollar is worth more than whatever country you're going to in Africa, whatever country you're going to in Asia, whatever country you're going to in South America, just south of Mexico, whatever country you're going to, with the exception of Europe. Now, if you're in the UK, the euros is worth more and the British pounds is worth more than your US and Canadian dollars, so, and Australian dollars, okay? But for the most part, when you before you leave, if you're in an international airport like I was at, from BWI in Baltimore, Maryland to Washington Dulles Airport in Washington, D.C., International Airport, and from New York, what's the name of that airport in New York City? It's the Kennedy International Airport. It's actually like not in New York City. It's on the outskirts, and I believe it's called like Jamaican Allen or something. It's in New York. Okay, so these are international, some international airports that have like foreign currencies exchange inside of them. And so before you travel out of the country, you can actually go and take maybe $100 to $200 and transfer it into that country's currency. Now, most of them have, like, let's say if you're going to Egypt, they actually have Egyptian liras, also known as Egyptian pounds. But they have most country currencies, but they may not have Nigerian nairas, okay? As we know that there's been an issue with the nairas. This coming December 31st, 2023 marks the expiration date for the Nigerians being allowed to use some of the old Nigerian notes, okay? And so that for security reason and to minimize them from like doing money laundering and doing marriage fraud and all that good stuff, they are putting limitations on what they can take out of their accounts and which Nigerian notes they can use, okay? So I'm not saying all Nigerians are bad. Just know that there are some that will go on Facebook and befriend you, and they'll ask you up front for after a few chats for an immigration visa and marriage. You don't have to go that route, y'all. If you don't have children with these foreigners, regardless of where they're from, be realistic about your goals. Please encourage them to use the Indeed.com website and to look at the jobs in the city and state that they wish to migrate to. We have employers like Lowe's and Home Depot and Walmart that sponsor some foreigners and bring them to the United States and train them. They get money, incentives every year to boost the job market and to offer diversity in the workplace and to hire these people, diversity in the workplace. So don't try to take on what you can't handle and things, and don't let people use you for financially. Don't let them do it. Always let them carry their own load. But there's nothing wrong with giving back to the community, okay? In terms of and let me continue. So I said I will be updating my passport, and I did discuss foreign currencies. For example, in addition to foreign currencies, when you transfer US dollars into Egyptian money or into Filipino, for those who are going to Asia, let's say you're going to the Philippines or Taiwan or China or India, Indian rupees, or you're going to Nigeria or who knows what country in Africa that you're going to. So Ethiopia or something, when you transfer the U.S. money into those countries' currencies, you're going to get thousands of dollars back in their country currencies. The U.S. money is worth more, okay? So 100 U.S. dollars equal, I'm going to show you. Instead of rambling, let me do this. So I'm going to type, seeing is believing. You guys have typed in foreign currency calculator. I'm going to hit the search right here. And so Google have one that you can just use right there. And then here's one that is a common used one. It's the Wanda, if I'm pronouncing that right. Oanda or Wanda. If I'm not sure how to pronounce the O. And so so what we're going to do is we're going to take U.S. dollars. Let me show you how to use the foreign currency calculator, because I did live abroad and I know how to do this. USD, that's U.S. dollars. I'm just going to illustrate. And so I'm going to take, and then we're going to transfer it into Nigerian Naira. I'm going to put N-I, N-A, I. So right here, Nigerian Naira. And this is just for example, you guys. I'm going to put in $100. I'm pressing 0 while it's not typing. There we go. $100. And we're going to put in, I'm going to show you why they want to marry you. So when you take, because a lot of them, some Nigerians are rich. We love our Nigerian ball player, Ghanaians. We love, what's her name? We got several artists that I be listening to. There's a lot of them. Adana, Duri. We have, what's her name? That be singing on Essence or something. Oh, what's her name? Anyways, we love our artists and stuff. We appreciate the pepper stews and all of that, okay? And let's face it, Nigerians can cook. They can get down with the food, but you got to be smart when you're dealing with foreigners from any place. So I want to show you guys something. Some Nigerians are very rich, and some of them live off of the land, like many people. We all should be living off the land. So as you can see on this currency converter calculator, online calculator, 100 US American dollars equals $79,140.8 in Nigerian Nairas. So this is what y'all, when the short time I was in Nigeria and I withdrew $100 or went and transferred the money, like I took 100 US dollars and transferred the money, and this is what I got. I'm just showing you $79,000. Can you imagine having $79,000 and $140 on top of that? I'm just going to round it off and say $79,000 in your hand. So 100 US American dollars equals almost $80,000. Now, the currency exchange rate goes up and down. Tomorrow or next week, you can check it, and it may actually be worth, you may get 80,000 Nairas out of it. So I want to change it from Nairas, and I want to show you why a lot of people, you know, that white woman on 90 Day Fiance, what's her name, Jenny, that married Summit from India, and she's living off her retirement check. She's, you know, an elderly lady, and I'm going to show you why she left California, which the cost of living is so high in California, you guys, because she can, her retirement check goes longer in a foreign country. So let me show you. I'm going to do Indian rupees, IND. Okay, let's see, Indian rupee right here. Let me show you how much 100 US dollars equal in Indian rupees. Okay, so in Indian rupee, you get, if you got 100 US American dollars, you get $8,337 back in their Indian rupee currency. So if she living on her retirement money, and the cost of living is, unless you in a like expensive area, the cost of living in them villages in India and in Africa and in South American countries is a lot cheaper. Unless you're in a wealthy area where they got running water and lights on all the time, it's going to be cheaper. Now I want to show you guys the value of the Egyptian money that I used when I lived there. And I still got some Egyptian money, and I still got some Nigerian money, and I still got some British pounds. And I have, the short time that I was in Turkey, I had a layover in what's it called? No, my friend lives in Izmir. What's the capital of Turkey, you guys? I almost forgot. Anyways, while I was in Turkey, I got some money also, but it wasn't Turkey currency. It was from a Middle Eastern country. But that's a story for another day. Let's type in Egyptian, EGY, right there. Let's see how much you get in Egyptian money if you got $100. So I'm going to show you why these foreigners, now I have nothing against foreigners who come to America and work and send money back home. As long as you earn your money, that's yours. You have every right to send it back home. But I have something against the foreigners that come here and trick me to do an instant marriage and take my money and use it. Now I can understand if I had children and family overseas, that would be different. But be careful, you guys, not to let somebody be faking love and have voodoo on your money, like watching your pockets and stuff and be riding your back and be attached to yourself. Be wise. Now, of course, they are rich in culture, all of these foreigners and stuff. You know, my goal is not to down them. Nope, nope, no. I just wanted people to be aware, especially Americans. Don't be gullible, okay? When you're handling your money, you want to secure that. You want to invest in security and everything. Of course, if you feel on your heart you want to give to a charity, or you want to be, you know, like helping a nation, do that. But don't give to just one person and let that one person use you like you're a piggy bank and stuff. Let them work if they want to do something like that. Okay, so 100 US American dollars on this December 12th, 2023, and we're now at 6:13 p.m., equals $3,088, you guys. So, yeah, our money is worth more than theirs. So, I'm going to actually just show y'all. Let me go to euros. 100 euros equals this amount. Anyways, you don't need to. You can just play with that currency calculator. There's a ton of them online at your own discretion. I want to go ahead and wrap this video up. I am at 35 minutes in the recording. And it says, what else do I have here? So that I have discussed the currencies and what they're worth. And I also want to state that, you know, I already talked about investing in security cameras and checking my credit score and disputing anything that I did not authorize. If any idiot is using my driver's license number or social security number or address or whatever, if there's something that I did not authorize, I'm going to dispute it and turn it over to the feds, and you will walk that, you know, that walk of shame. I'll watch you walk that walk of shame, okay? Use your own information, not mine. Because it's called plagiarism when you try to pretend you're somebody that you're not. Always be your authentic self. And last but not least, I have here number 11, dental pop-on veneers. You guys, I used to have a very beautiful smile. I used to have beautiful hair before the devil, the enemy, had sent you know, stuff my way to attack my scalp and head and everything, y'all. And I have began shaving my head, so now I won't shave my head anymore. I'm gonna let my hair grow back. I'm gonna start fixing my hair up, start getting my hair braided or getting it wrapped and getting all that witchcraft out of there, all that curses and spells and negative energy, and you know, like get my clothing lined up and whatnot. I'm gonna walk in my light, you guys. And as far as my smile, I used to have beautiful teeth, you all, but anyways, the enemy had attacked my smile, which caused me to have to get several extractions over a period of time. And so I'm going to be getting some pop-on veneers to improve my smile, to go along with my professional look, to getting some dental work done. Forget false teeth. No, I need some pop-on veneers or something. So, because I'm not sure about dental implant. I'm very sensitive to going to the dentist anyways. And I remember the last time I went to the dentist to get my teeth clean in Little Rock, y'all, that girl put some, you know, my teeth was sensitive. She put some numbing medicine on my gums, but when she took me back, I believe I swallowed some of that mess. And when I got home, y'all, for days, my heart was fluttering like I was getting ready to have a heart attack. I was afraid to lay down and go to sleep. Y'all got to just use common sense wherever you go. I'm serious, for real. So this completes my video, y'all. What do you have planned for the new year? And so I'm getting ready to throw out, do some major cleanup. I got to eat something first, but I'm getting ready to do some major cleanup, and I'm going to be throwing stuff out. My trash can going to be so big. I'm going to have so much trash to throw out. Y'all, I'm going to be cleaning up like my house is going to be spotless, so that I can be able to, you know, in addition to doing the salt bath, the spiritual bath, burning the sage and the frankincense and myrrh and whatever else I can do, getting some crystals and things like that, some spiritual crystals, cleaning out my chakra, getting all the negative energy out of my head, you know, anything that has been sent to me, I send it back. Let every spell go back to its caster and take its disaster in Jesus' mighty name. You guys, that's gonna complete my video. Hey, for those of you who don't know that I can't speak for other star seeds, I'm very universal, and it's very important that you get in touch with your roots. This is one of my favorite Egyptian artists. Her name is Shireen Ahmed. She may have gotten married and changed her name, but this is CLUTTER, and so I'm going to end it with this. And I do not own any copyrights to this song, you guys. So here goes. Yeah, I'm very universal. زيك باقي كتير بناشا وكتير بناشا بتسترمن زيك باقي في عشق لستنانا لستنانا في عشق لستنانا لستنانا You'll be living for rocking up. I got again the heart, but rockman been فكرنا. You'll be living for rocking up. I got again the heart, but rockman been فكرنا. كتير بناشا وكتير بناشا بتسترمن زيك باقي اللي كتير بناشا وكتير بناشا بتسترمن زيك باقي اللي. So that completes my video. You guys, forgive me for botching up the Arabic language. As you know, it's not my first language, but Ana Aleph Arabic, Ana Yolanda, and that completes my video. And what I just said was Ana Aleph Arabic, meaning that I speak Arabic, but my Arabic is mish kwais, meaning that it is not good. But I just want to just quickly add on some of the things that when I lived in Egypt, keep in mind that Arabic is the official language in Egypt. Next to that is French. And then But I don't believe that Arabic is Egyptians' original language. I believe it came down from the Arabs. And so in North Africa and Central Africa and the Middle East, there are many dialects of Arabic. For example, when I lived, I want to give you all, I just want to end this video before I end it. I just want to tell you guys about some of my foreign language experience. And, that in Arabic language, there are different dialects of Arabic language. So if you know Egyptian, if you speak Arabic in the Egyptian dialect, there are some words that unless you are proficient in Arabic or if it's your mother tongue, you will find that if you go to like Morocco, Africa, that they speak, or even to Saudi Arabia, they speak a different dialect. Here's an example. I'm going to say something in Arabic as if I was on the market in Egypt, and then I'm going to translate it into English. Okay, so here goes. أنا عاوز 1 كيلو of بلادي عيش بس. All right, so what I just said. No, let me do this again. I'm going to be specific, okay? أنا عاوز Septa Baladi Aish Bas. What I just said, Anna Iowas, meaning I want. Septa Baladi Aish Bas. That I want 6 Baladi breads. Bas meaning that's all. Okay? Now, if you go around a person that's, say, from Morocco, Africa, they do not call bread aish like we do or the Egyptians do. They refer to bread as khubz in Moroccan language. All right, so I'm going to share some more with you my Arabic language, Egyptian dialect, that is. So I'm on the market and I greet them. I don't practice the Muslim faith anymore. I respect it though. So let's say that after you get past the Assalamu alaikum and all of that, then you go in and you state what you want, right? So I'm at the market and I would like to get some, I love Egyptian kwashari. It's a pasta that is absolutely delicious. So I would go and buy like Egyptian kwashari, and then I always get extra basal. What is basal? Basal is onion in Egyptian Arabic language. It's the fried caramelized onions on top of the Egyptian kwashari pot, which is a pasta. You get 2 sauces. Usually the red one is hot, and then you have like a green lime garlicky sauce. I love the green lime garlicky sauce, and I like the red one too, but the red one is shatta. What does shatta means in Arabic? Shatta means hot. I remember the first time I put too much of the red sauce on the kwashari. I was like, shatta, Anna, I was Maya, like that. And I was saying in my broken Arabic, I was saying, hot, I want water, like that. And so, they were telling me to use shwaya, meaning small, on the red one because it's hot. So here's another example. I would say, I remember I was going to buy watermelon, right? And normally I would get it from a vendor near the building, the sha'a, where I live. The sha'a means flat. Amori means building in Egyptian Arabic, but in French, amori means love, okay? So I went near the Mickey Mouse store over by the British Parliament government building to get some money from the machine, right? Where they have lots of security. And on my way back, I stopped at a vendor nearby that had a beautiful watermelons. And I went to buy it, and I had just got off the phone from speaking to an English-speaking person. And I forgot that when you're in foreign countries, that a lot of times you got to pay more for the cost of living. If you're an American, you got to pay like what's called an expat tax, or a higher cost of living for items that people typically can get much cheaper that are from the country, okay? So there was this huge watermelon. So I had my boys along with me. They were going to help me to carry it home, right? So it was so beautiful. And so when I went to get the watermelon, the guy gave me a big price for the watermelon, right? And then I told him, I told him no thank you in Arabic. You know, first I was speaking English. First he gave me a huge price, like 3 times the amount. And then I said shukram la, like that, meaning no thank you in Arabic. And for those who don't know, Arabic language is backwards, like you read from right to left. So before I was saying, I would say la shukram, like no thank you. But you got to say shukram la because to an Arabic person, they reads it backwards, right? So I said shukram la. And then he was like, why? And I told him, I said, the flus is kabir for the batiki. Batiki means watermelon in Egyptian Arabic. And I told him, I said, anta aywas my flus laysa liyam. Like that, meaning you want my money? Not today. Okay, I had a slight interruption there. And so you guys, I said to him, just recapping, I said, Anta I was my flus laysa liyam. And then he said, Asif, madam. And I will explain to you what I said. I said, Anta I was my flus. And that means you want my money. Flus meaning money. And I said, Les eliyam, meaning not today. And so he said, Asif, madam, meaning sorry, madam. And so I didn't want the guy to feel completely like, you know, like sorry for himself. So I said to him, I just kind of looked at him and just said, maybe bukra, meaning tomorrow. Like, you know, so, but I never went back to his vendor. And then when I went back closer to my home, I purchased it from this beautiful little boy that have bright eyes and nice skin tones and things. And I said to him, it was a beautiful colored little boy with bright eyes. I said to him, I greeted him and I said, I was, I pointed at the batiki that I wanted. And he petted it for me, make sure it was ripe and everything. And yeah, it was really good. And here's another example of me using Egyptian Arabic on the market. I would go to the meat market and buy food to cook. And so they have this meat, various meat that you can buy. You know, Egypt is an Islamic country with less than 9% people being Coptic Christian. So at the time, I really was practicing the Muslim faith. My family here in America are Christians, and so I'm influenced by both Christianity and Islam and other cultures as well. So nevertheless, I would go to the meat market and purchase meat to cook, to take home. Sometimes I would buy fish, and other times I would actually go and just buy the meat and have I would get let's see, I would say, Anna, I was wahed kilo of lakman matfruna. Okay, and so what I'm getting is the lakman matfruna. Lakman means meat. And mafruna is the type of meat. So the lakman mafruna is like, they can ground it for you. It's like a grounded lamb. And it's lamb meat tastes better than ground beef any day, for real. My favorite thing for his meat was the bulf kofta, where they grill it and then put it inside of the baladi aish, or the shami bread with cilantro. And then I must have tahina. Y'all, if you have never had Egyptian koshari, and if you have never had bulf kofta, grilled bulf kofta, you must have it with tahina. It comes in cups on the side. So tahina, I love tahina. Tahina is so good. It is quite sawi. It's so good. It's very good. It is the best. And also I like Alexandrian bulf kefta, which is beef liver chopped with onions, tomatoes, and peppers. And sometimes you can leave out the tomatoes and just put peppers and onions and then serve it over a premium bun with pocket potatoes, meaning potatoes. Another thing I used to get, I haven't seen in America, is Fayrouz. Yeah, of course they had the cheap little Miranda drinks and things, but I love apple flavored Fayrouz drink. It's fizzy. It's very similar to like a apple cider, sparkling apple cider from. It starts with an M. It's like the Italian brand. I'll include that in the list. I can't think of the name of it. But I get it from Walmart. It comes in like a little bottle that looks like a wine bottle, but it's non-alcoholic, and it's a sparkling apple drink, okay? Martinelli. I think it's Martinelli. That's the one. So I used to get the apple Fayrouz drink, sometimes Miranda. You guys, the first time that I really used Arabic language, I was actually at Moomin's restaurant on the 4th of July in Egypt. They have a lot of those chains of restaurants. And I told my boys who was outside playing football, actually Egyptians call soccer football, they were outside playing that, and I had literally, I was trying to find a flat that costs less money. Because first I was I started out in Niger City, then I went to El Mahdi, where I stayed across from the Stop and Shop in a pharmaceutical building. Then I spent the rest of my time in Giza, in the district of Giza, in Aguza, near the Egyptian queen and king's tomb. Okay, where they have the Egyptian Giza pyramids, the desert. I rode the camels and everything out there in the desert at the Giza pyramid. But let me tell you that I literally was looking for, of course, the cost of living can be reasonable or it can be high. So before this, I was paying like a higher price for my flat, which is like an apartment, right? And we call them sha'a, meaning flat. And so I was getting ready to leave, and I told I got to find a place that costs less money. So I told, in my broken Arabic, you guys, I said to the landlord that, I said, the flus is kabir for my sha'a. Find the sha'a that has a shwaya flus. And you all, meaning that the money is big for my flat, for my apartment, whereas the flat that has a smaller money, in my broken Arabic. They understood what I was asking for. Y'all, at that moment, I met a man that is from Kuwait. He's black like me, and but he dressed like they do in the Middle East with red and white thing around his head, and you know how they have the long robe and the clock shoes and stuff. And, he's fluent in Arabic because that's his mother language. They understood what I was saying in my broken Arabic. He actually used to work for Special Forces in Texas, in Houston Division. And but they don't talk to women. But I found that much out about them because their culture is restricted. And but so he was pretty much just translation for me. And, at that point in time, he actually had been recently released from the Central Intelligence Agency. I don't really know what Special Forces do, but he had been released from CIA custody and stuff and whatnot. And so he was able to get my rent to where I just pay the same amount that the rest of the African Arabs pay for the cost of living. So that's when I told my boys, let me go at the end of this video, I went out there and said to them, and I said, come, I said, let's go to, I said, I'm going to treat us. Let's go treat ourselves. And so I told them all about, later what had happened. And I don't practice Islam anymore, so I'm not trying to mix Islam up with Christianity. But at the time, I was like, mashallah, alhamdulillah. You know, I was saying all of those things to praise the Muslim deity, but I'm not trying to mix Christianity. But yeah, I was saying mashallah, alhamdulillah, all of that good stuff, right? Saying praise be to my Lord and thank you, God, all of that stuff. Because I didn't have to move again, right? And I was able to pay what I could afford to live. So I went to Moment's restaurant and I asked the guy at the like when he was getting ready to take the order, I said, "Column Inglesi," like that. And he, just kind of like waved his hand like, so like maybe a little. What I asked him, column Inglesi, meaning do you speak English? He was like, so, not really. So I said, Mashi, meaning okay. I looked at the menu and I said, I asked my boys what did they want and everything. And so then I was like, Mashi, okay. So we're ready to place our order. I told him, I said, Anna IUS, what did I get to eat? I said, Wahet, shrimp pani, talata patatas, talata ishrap, wahet, cola. No cola. Iknain, meaning 2 orange, Miranda orange, and Wahet Sprites. And what else did I get? I got shawarma kabir, and I believe it was like Philly steak, and for dessert, Iknain ice cream, boss, like that. And y'all, I didn't say it as good as I did then. And he said, Madam, your Arabic is quite. And he understood everything I said in Arabic. Can you believe that I placed an order in Arabic? Well, I'm going to tell you what I ordered. So, Anna iOS Wahed shrimp pani. I ordered myself a shrimp pani. Shrimp pani is a seafood sandwich on a premium bun. It has shrimp. Oh, it's so delicious with, it has sliced cucumbers on it instead of pickles and a special sauce and some other things on it. And I had pocket potatoes. And then my boys one of them had shrimp, not shrimp, but beef. They had like shawarma. And the other one had like what you consider to be like a Philly steak. And then I ordered 3 pocket potatoes, meaning 3 fries. And then I had 3 ishrap, 3 drinks, 2. This is when I said iknain. Iknain means 2 in Arabic, right? Because wahet is 1. Iknain is 2. Talata is 3. Abba is 4. Himsa is 5, and then septa is 6, and saba is 7, and so on, so forth, right? So you guys, I placed my order, and then the ice cream, I said, for them to add Iknain ice cream, Wahet vanilla, and the other one, Noose chocolate and mango. You guys, that completes my video, I believe so. I can tell you some more things that I know in Arabic, conversational. I know how to ask, where things are, like Fini, Sivra Cafe, or, things of that nature, or to take me to specific address, like, asking the driver to take me to Saba Washrain, let me see. Anyways, to Saba Washrain Akman Arobi. Saba Washrain Akman Arobi. Did I say that right? Because Saba is 7, Washrain is 20 in Arabic, and then I'm going to Akrobi. Anyways, y'all, let me get off of here. So the streets. And also, I do speak German, okay? I speak German, yes. Ja, ich sprechen Sie Deutsch. So, y'all, I'm over an hour. You don't want to hear me start saying that. Ich heiße Yolanda. Ich komme aus den Staaten von Amerika. America Sinishmo is an installed. I'm going to leave it at that, okay? I believe I'm just going to bring it to a halt. All right. I'm going to stop it right there, guys. So, yeah, this is New Year's resolution and then some.